Hello everyone, it's me, Max23, and welcome back to the Pokemon White version Randomizer Nuzlocke challenge. So sit back and enjoy. Yeah guys, if I'm correctly informed, this is episode 25 of this playthrough, which means we are already far in, which is pretty cool. Technically it's episode 26, but we don't count episode 0, because episode 0 is episode 0. But yeah, in any case, I think besides that, it is also gym time today, because we made our way to Icirrus City, and yeah, the next thing that's on the agenda is beating Bryson. So yeah, but before we do that, I think there are some opportunities still that allow me to catch some Pokemon. And there are also a lot of items still lying around here. That's something I forgot. Ha, I wanted to make it winter, but I completely forgot about that. Ha, well, next time, I guess. Or like some other time in general. Let me quickly check my Pokemon again, because I'm currently not quite sure where we stand. But yeah, level-wise we should be completely fine. I think his strongest Pokemon is level 39, which means we should be in a good spot here. But yeah, let's catch some Pokemon first. We made our way through Trist Mountain, if I recall correctly. Do you let me through, or do you not want for me to go? There's a floor, there are Pokemon, okay. I need to surf. Megalodonus luckily has surf. I could go for... I think there are Pokemon inside of the Dragon Spiral Tower. Is it even called Dragon Spiral Tower? I didn't pay attention to the name. But I would like to catch a Pokemon inside if I can. Which means I need to find my Super Repel again. Also this music here, didn't we already hear that music in like the other tower? There isn't a pathway here right now. Ha, okay, I see. So that's what prevents me from entering this place. Like, I also recall a bridge being here, so yeah, okay. I guess we cannot catch something right here. Right now. I could catch a Pokemon in the grass there, because that also counts as Dragon Spiral. Also, how do I get up there? Like, there's dark grass, which is always pretty tempting. And there's also an item there. Maybe when it's winter. Could be when it's winter. Well, if I cannot catch a Pokemon there, or at least not in the location I want to catch one, let's try over here. Did we already get a Pokemon here? I think that's where we got Stantler, right? I need to check this. So this is Icirrus City. Yeah, we got Stantler here, so... no need to be afraid of encountering a Pokemon right here. Let's head over here. There should be another spot to catch a Pokemon. Yeah, because this is Route 8 actually, okay. Route 8. If I just step here, I encounter something. Okay, what do I get here? That's actually Species Clause. Ha, Gabite. I'm allowed to try again. I mean, double guard jump would also be pretty stylish, but honestly I need something that is not hit effectively by ice Pokemon moves. Like, luckily Bryson does not have ice-type Pokemon, or at least most likely not. But who knows? Okay, next chance, what do we get here? Another Gabite. I think that's chance 3. I'm actually not sure what my rules here was. I think I have 3 chances, so if I encounter another Gabite, I need to take the Gabite. Which would suck it a bit. But, if that's how it would be then, wait a sec, can I encounter Pokemon elsewhere maybe? Not like in the like shallow water there, in the puddles, but someplace else. That should yield a different encounter then. So let's try to maneuver around here carefully, so that we do not encounter any trainers, because I want to keep those for later. First of all we get TM12 Taunt, funny. Like, it's as if the game is taunting me. Nice. We get also Shoaled Salt. Thank you. I love my useless items. Careful, careful, careful. Okay. Trainer tips, blah blah blah, select, you can select an item, cool. Oranberry is also pretty bad. If this is the end of the line, I think that also takes me to a different location. But that's nothing I want to do right now, I just want to catch a Pokemon here. Like, the fisherman does not see me when I'm, like, surfing, right? She should also be able to see me. And what is this? Is the texturing here wrong? I think something is wrong here. I think that's not how it normally looks like, is it? That's weird, okay. That's right. Yeah, this lady gives me a rock. I get an icy rock, which is pretty pointless, I would say. You guys won't let me through because, yeah, you are doing business at Dragon Spiral Tower and you stand guard there, okay. Let's try to catch a Pokemon on, like, the actual water here. Repel effect wore off and we find something immediately just because I turned around. What do I get here? Okay, interesting. Shackle. I get Shackle, okay. Huh. You have an air balloon. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's switch to Happy Hippo. Like, I'm not allowed to physically attack it, because when I do that, it would break the balloon. I actually would rather like the balloon. Let's see if I can arrange that. Yeah, first of all yawn, and then, yeah, you have Safeguard. Do we just go for it then? Let's just go for it then. Come on, Shackle cannot be so hard to catch. I mean, Shackle, of course, is the ultimate defensive Pokemon. And I always wanted something defensive. But then on the other hand, something that can actually do damage would also be nice. Yeah, I'm actually not sure about the catch rate of Shackle here. Could actually be that it's pretty bad because it's one of those weird Gen 2 base Pokemon. Also, it tried to use Rest. Can it even use Rest when Safeguard is up? Because Safeguard prevents statuses. Maybe it fails if Safeguard is up. Come on, stay in there. Encore, okay. We are locked into Yawn. And Safeguard is still running, right? I did not pay attention. No longer protected by Safeguard, okay. It might use Safeguard again and sidestep the Yawn that way. That could be something. But maybe if we're lucky, okay, Encore again. You still have one turn though. Maybe it uses Safeguard again. But yeah, Shackle is an interesting Pokemon, I'd say. Really not sure what to think about it, but okay. Okay, you just Encore yourself pretty much. Okay. Pew. 1, 2, 3. And look at how good Sleep is for catching, nice. Cool. Sleep is actually more effective when it comes to catching than like other statuses. It's actually a thing. The mold Pokemon. It stores berries in its shell. The berries eventually ferment to become delicious juices. Nice. So, you're actually mold. Nice. Mold. Cool. Like I said, interesting Pokemon. Not something for the team right now, but maybe later. You only have Dig. I need... Can I... That's something I want to test. Can I forget Surf now? While I'm surfing? Like, I forget Surf and suddenly the train out rounds. That would be it. Like, instead of Surf. Can I do this? Okay, that actually works. Interesting. So the trainer, like, falls from their Pokemon now and drowns. That's funny. Okay, we fly back because I don't want to sneak past all the trainers again. Like, and the Pokemon is just left there. That's also pretty funny. Like Gavard needs to find its way back to me. That's funny. But yeah, okay. I thought we could catch more Pokemon, but just Route 8 then. That's how it is. Can we quickly take a look at Shuckle? Also, I want the item. Quirky nature. I think that's neutral, is it? Not move. Summary. Like, what is your shtick here? Yeah, it's neutral. Look at those defensive stats. Whoa. Yeah, that's Mold, guys. That's Shuckle. 9 speed at level 25 is also funny. As is attack and special attack, of course. But yeah, you of course would need passive damage and stuff. Also, because I have a fly right now, that's also something I wanted to do. I wanted to fly around the world to buy some TM. So let's do that. Yeah, I think Nimbasa and Castelia, right? I think those were the 2 places that had TMs. Nimbasa I'm sure of, but not sure about the other. Castelia. In the meantime, I can quickly add Shuckle to my list here. Shuckle, not Schickle, Shuckle. Shuckle and captured. Good. TMs. Yeah, return would be nice, for example. And also reflect and light screen. I think that's pretty good in this kind of challenge. Actually, I can just buy everything here. I've got the money right now. Safeguard is something we don't need, so let's keep Safeguard. Frustration is also nothing we need. So that should be fine. But where's the other place? There's a different place where I also can buy stuff. Ba-beep boop. Beep boop, beep beep boop. We could go to the stadiums and buy stuff there and beat some trainers there. I think it's actually not Castelia, it's like Mistrilton, I think. Right? Either way, I'm here now, so I'm gonna check it. Yeah, you only sell stuff like this. Nest ball, maybe? Maybe some netballs. Would have been nice for Shuckle right now. Give me 10, should be fine. Also anything I want here. Some more Ultra Balls, let's buy 14 more. Hyper Potions, we have enough Hyper Potions. Revive are funny. Like Voliol is something I haven't really used, and yeah, everything else should also be fine. I think it's Mistrilton, I wanted to go to Mistrilton. So let's fly there. Drift... Oh, was it Driftveil? Nah, Mistrilton. I think the idea is that there are like now cities back to back that have like a TM shop. Then again, Mistrilton is just the city before Icirrus, so that doesn't like apply. Technical machine, there we go. You have the Rain Dance and Sunny Day perhaps, but yeah, okay, nah. If I have like some kind of weird sun strategy or so, I might return, but yeah, okay. Wasn't sure what those guys were selling anymore. But yeah, and Icirrus City, back we go there. Let's do the gym, guys. It's about time we do the gym. I've dragged it out for far enough. Let's quickly heal. I think we took minor damage and Happy Hippo is missing like 2 PP on Yawn, so that's very important to do. Yay, yay, your Pokemon are healed. Nice. See you again. Okay, and with that we enter the gym. Right over here in some kind of cave, which is pretty funny. Give me fresh water, please. Thank you. Also, guys, if you thought Skylar's gym was already like a safety hazard, then look at this gym, because this gym has like bottomless pits where you can fall into. Also, apparently I'm not able to solve this. Like, where do I need to go? I'm doing something wrong here. Like, seriously, what am I doing wrong here? Okay, hardcore puzzles here. Like, honestly, am I not seeing something here? Oh, here. I thought that was like some kind of stalagmite that was blocking me. Okay, let's just do it like this. A spin, okay. And first trainer. What are my starter Pokemon here? Fortress and Hornbuck still. Should work, should work. Okay, let's battle. Well, gym matches, let's fight. Bryson has martial artists here. Nurse Daniel, or should I rather say nurses. Barbouch and Natu, both being level 35. A Brick Break on Barbouch. I don't think Natu will be able to seriously harm Hornbuck here. Let's use Thunderbolt. Nice one-shot Barbouch, even without Guts active. Confuse Ray, oh. We are a smart one, aren't we? Phew. Nice, paralyzed, pretty cool. Synchronize, not very cool. And Poison, yeah. Ludicolo, oh, Mirabee wants his Pokemon back. Okay, we are confused. Do we want to still try it? I think we still try it, come on. And you attack Natu. Okay, please don't hit yourself. Hornbuck. Oh, Mega Drain. And Wish. Oh, come on, please. Fortress, go through Paralysis and hit it. Thank you. Go down. Okay, I think it's safe to attack with Hornbuck one more time. Torchic shouldn't be too dangerous. Yeah, Thunderbolt on Torchic, I think. Come on, go through. Hornbuck, thank you. Let's go. Ah, Ludicolo actually survives. Try attack. Okay, I was worried for a second what is nature power. What is it called? Critical hit even, but didn't do much. Nice. And paralyzed. Nice. Of course, Torchic gets healed now because of Natu's Wish. Okay, I guess we need to switch. Fortress still can do stuff here. Ice Beam on. Actually, Flamethrower on Ludicolo. But Hornbuck needs to take a break. Can Mega Drain again. They even go for the finish on Hornbuck, I wonder. Probably not. Scent Attack again. Come on, Torchic, you're 35. You don't use Scent Attack at this level. Okay, Flamethrower goes through, but of course misses because stuff. Let's try to take care of Torchic. Maybe we are lucky and Fortress hits, actually. But I think at this stage, Fortress's attack might not be enough anymore. Yeah, probably not. Nah. That's not gonna be enough, is it? Nope, absolutely not. Like 2 Mega Drains prior, that would have been it, but not any longer. Then Megalodonna needs to Dragon Claw that Ludicolo and slice it into pieces. Nice one. Oh, dear me. Yeah. Absolutely eradicated your Pokemon. Okay, the other gimmick of this gym is we have those switches that like redirect those spinning things here so that we can reach different areas. Okay, quickly need to heal, of course, which means I'm gonna use Fresh Waters again. And also need to cure the paralysis on my Fortress. Let's use a plain simple Paralyze heal. I mean, I got the full heals, but nah. Nah. Okay, we got a champion here again. Let me battle with you. That was straight, thank you. Not much talking, more battling. Lawrence. Golem and... Oh, okay, Alakazam. Okay, this is a serious threat, I must say. So serious, in fact, that I'm gonna switch out Hornbuck for Hydra. Fortress still can do stuff. Probably Ice Beam on Golem. I think attacking Golem is a good idea because Golem potentially has Sturdy, and so some ship damage would be nice. Yep, Psybeam, predicted that. And Levitate, yeah. That's actually very nice for me, thank you. Okay, yeah, Fortress also takes that. Takes a lot of damage though, but still. Okay, Hydra. You should be faster than Alakazam now, and I think Alakazam is the bigger threat here. If you take a crit from Bulldoze, that would be nasty, so let's switch to Jin, I guess. Once again, better safe than sorry. You may never forget it's Pokemon, so bullshit is always around the corner. Oh yeah, you have the Life Orb. I almost forgot about that one. But it's probably something I should not forget about. Yeah, and Jin, of course, just tanks that Bulldoze. Good girl, good girl. Nah, Dragon Pulse again. And you just use... actually, Hex should be better. Dragon Pulse should already be enough. Because Golem, I think, does not have good special defense. A critical hit even, and Life Orb and everything. Okay, nice one. Easy as pie. And now look at this, safety hazard. Like, if you fall off here, you're, like, falling into the endless abyss there. Like, there are probably, like, spikes down there, and, like, each trainer that falls down there, like, dies in a pitiful way. Like, that's something Bryson would do. Like, I know him personally. I mean, he plays Bryson Man in the next game, and he's a villain, so... As we all know, all actors that, like, play such roles are villains in real life. Like, that's how it works, right? Okay, Stacy with Numel and Lillipup. I cannot believe it. I think we already had that combination, that specific combination at some point. It seems kind of familiar to me, at least. Yeah, break that Lillipup. Like, it's pretty weird. Like, the previous trainer had, like, fully evolved Pokemon, and this guy only has, like, base Pokemon. Strange. Strange, isn't it? But okay, I guess. $39 for Hornbuck, both good stats, nice. Flame Burst, ooh, nah, okay, it's fine. Some ship damage on Fortress, though, is nasty. But yeah, we're definitely faster than Numel, so... Break it and say goodbye, Numel. Wrap, goodbye. What? No way, really? Yeah. You have all reason to be surprised. Hilda just looks like a petite little girl, but in reality she's a fearsome weapon. What am I doing here? I'm sliding to a dead end, actually, but actually not. Where am I? I'm right back at the start. Nice. I guess we need to do it this way. Okay, you, next trainer. Might also already be the last trainer. Maybe there's like a next batch of trainers still, but I'm not sure. I do not very much recall this gym. Pi, okay. So we got trainer 3.1416, I think. Okay, we have Shedinja. Luckily we have Aerial Ace. Actually, we don't need Aerial Ace on Shedinja, we can just use Flamethrower. Instead, let's use Aerial Ace on Meditite and Flamethrower on Shedinja. I'm actually not sure if I ever activated the option that Shedinja cannot appear like in early game states. You use Spite? Seriously? But yeah, I'm not sure if I activated that option that prevents Shedinja to appear in early game stages. But normally I like to keep that on, because it's just so random. Like, if that happens, then that is just bad luck, if you ask me. Nice, Sneasel, use agility, even though you're already faster than all my Pokemon here. I guess that Sneasel wanted to die. So death it is. Okay, I guess next up we do this. And spin. Okay, change the direction of this thing and do the same stuff again, but this time like this. Good. And once again, safety hazard. Wooey. Okay, next trainer. I'm actually not sure why I moved one tile downwards, but I think I do it because I want to be stylish. Just something you never do. Forest, with something with X and Munchlax and Apom. It's just a plain old normal type trainer, huh? Okay, Brick Break that Munchlax. I think Apom shouldn't be the lower threat here. I think I mentioned that last episode, but Munchlax is a weird and pre-evolution for Snorlax, kind of. Because Snorlax also has like a completely different color scheme. And also lacks the fur and everything that Munchlax has. It's weird, guys, it's weird. What did Apom do? Was it agility again? Okay, Farfetch'd is nasty because if Hornbuck takes a flying type move, that's something that's not good. Let's try to focus on Farfetch'd right now. I'm pretty sure Apom used agility, I did not pay attention at all. I think, yeah, but it can only use agility apparently. Okay, Air Cutter would have been something Hornbuck should have survived. But still, we don't need to risk it, right? Especially because I have not much clue what Farfetch'd can learn. Don't scream at me. Also, Apom has weird eyes, like most of the trainers on the field. Okay, Night Slash, okay. Rocky Helmet, yeah, should take some additional damage, which means a Thunderbolt should kill definitely. Beep. Okay, and that's already that. Nice. Okay, we're still doing pretty good, I would say. Once again, need to give some credit to my team here. I think they are doing pretty fine. Okay, over there might be the last trainer. Well, we're doing some pretty simple sliding puzzles here. Also Pokemon staple. I'm the king of karate, okay. But that doesn't help you much if you don't use fighting type Pokemon, and secondly, this is a Pokemon battle, not a trainer battle. I can imagine if that's like a thing in future generations. Not only do the Pokemon need to battle, but the trainers also need to beat themselves up. That's actually kind of a funny thought. And then you still have like the 10-year-old protagonist, like 10 to, I don't know, 14 years old protagonists that beat up like adults. That would be funny. The most fierce kid in all of, I don't know, the Catacomb region, like a region that doesn't exist yet but exists in, I don't know, 5 years. Like a region predominantly composed of very dangerous thugs and criminals, and you know what, there's only one kid that beats them all up. Like, that's what I want. If you get stuff like that, Pokemon has completely lost it, guys. Like, it would be something like that. Like, do you guys know that super realistic Bomberman game? I think it was an Xbox game, like Bomberman X or so it was called, or Bomberman Apocalypse or so. Like something like that, and it was basically with real people that bomb themselves up in labyrinths and stuff. Classic Bomberman, but with real people. Gaming is fascinating, guys. Like that someone thought that would be like a cool idea to do. Like it's weird. Okay, we made it to Bryson, but of course before we face Bryson Man, we want to heal. By doing this, that's like the slide from Super Mario 64 here. Without the penguin. And also super safe without railings and anything. Like if you slide off, well, tough luck. See you down there, in my spike trap. Like I wonder how many trainers already fell victim to Bryson there. But yeah, the question is what do we do? Like, or rather, with what Pokemon do we lead here? Do we just keep the old reliable with those two we currently have, or do we want to change things up with something else? Also, one thing I should do probably is I have Gyro Ball. I think now you can actually not learn that. Huh. Okay, Fortress cannot learn Gyro Ball, but you can learn Thunder Wave probably. No one can. Hydra can learn Thunder Wave. Okay, weird. You know, Fortress can learn Thunderbolt, but not Thunder Wave. Makes sense. Pokemon logic. Well, good thing I bought that stuff then. But yeah, Reflect and stuff. Come on, Fortress, you can learn that. Unable. Why can you... Okay. No, we also have Shadow Ball. A Jin can learn Shadow Ball. Ooh, I think that's something we want. Is it better than Hex? Nah, actually not if you want to use Will-O-Wisp. Nah, let's not learn Shadow Ball. Yeah, no. Yeah, give up. I like that they made that a little bit smoother in future gens. Not like a little bit, a lot smoother, I should rather say. Okay, none of the interesting Pokemon can actually learn Reflect and Light Screen. We could teach Taunt. But that's also not quite it. Caress, not Dream Eater, Struggle Bug, no. Yeah, okay. Good thing I bought all those TM. But yeah, I think we want to lead with Jin actually. Now, do we want to lead with the Jin and Fortress? What is like Fortress's like fifth move? It's Endure. Fifth move especially, fourth move. Yeah, something that can give statuses would have been nice, like Thunder Wave. But yeah, I guess we lead with... actually, let's use Megalodonna. Like, Jin can cripple Pokemon and Megalodonna might be able to one-shot something, hopefully, with Dragon Claw. I'm doing the wrong thing again, because I'm once again thinking this is something that blocks my way. Let's just do it normally then. Of course you need to go through the entire gym again. But... that's not too bad. Like, let's appreciate the puzzle here again. I did it wrong. Yeah, let's do it quick, guys. Let's do it quick. Let's go up here. How did any game journalist manage to beat this back in the day? I wonder if even I struggle. Yeah, guys, that's the question, right? How did we ever manage to beat like such hardcore puzzles like such as these? We actually have to think for like 2 seconds and try to figure out where to go. I don't know. Also, this ice is special. This ice is not slippery, as you can see. But yeah, Bryson, you appear ready to face a gym leader. Then bring it. Okay, nice. Thank you. Easy, Malcolm. And he gives me the hint, okay. Analyst Malcolm with Whirlipede and Hypno. Hypno, seriously, okay, not sure what to think about this right now. Let's try Will-O-Wisp and Whirlipede. You attack... You actually use the Dig, I would say. Whirlipede is poison, right? So that should be neutral. Let's use Dig. In the meantime, Jin can try to cripple the enemy's Pokemon here. Okay, return. Okay, we avoid. That's nice. Return is also physical, so that was good. You are strong. Have barely done anything, but okay, I'm strong. Let's try to burn Hypno as well. It's kind of dangerous to have Hypno around with two Calm Minds. I need to be careful, otherwise I get sweeped here. Of course. Okay, Venoshock shouldn't do much. Of course, I would need to use Dig again, but I think Shadow Punch is physical at least. So let's try to harass that Hypno with Shadow Punch and Dig. If we're lucky, Bryson uses a healing item on Whirlipede, which should be pretty good. Yeah, just like that. Okay, dig. And you just keep spamming Calm Mind. Do you even have... You probably have a special move, which is dangerous. Oh yeah, Shadow Punch. There we go, critical hit. There we go, okay. Nothing to fear, guys. Nothing to fear. Let's hope Bryson switches something in that is actually susceptible to ground-type moves. Swanna. Not quite, guys. Not quite. Still, try to Will-O-Wisp Swanna. Okay, Aerial Ace. Shouldn't do too much. Nope. And we even burn it. Nice. But you probably also have special water-type attacks. Which means at this stage we want to switch. Jin is great, by the way. Jin is pretty good. If we switch Megalodonna, that's not Megalodonna. If you use Hex on Swanna now, should be stronger. I guess we switch to Hydra. I mean, not Megalodonna. Fortress can hit very, very effective with Thunderbolt. But it's also susceptible to water-type moves, so let's not provoke that. Hydra should be fine. Like, Jin and Hydra are good assets to my team. Okay, Rain Dance. Looking out for Pokemon that can use Thunder, because that might be something the randomizer has given Bryson. Okay, Venoshock. Maybe Bryson uses another healing item now. Probably because like Burn does some additional damage. Hydration! Okay, that's clever. Oh, we're trying to be smart, I see. Okay, Shadow Punch Swanna now, and you use Dragon Pulse on Swanna. And you still use Hyper Potion. That's something I predicted. Phew, Dragon Pulse should still deal pretty good damage here. Yeah, even one-shots, even without crit and everything. Wow, nice. Yeah, Hydra is just strong. Megalodonna 39. Shadow Punch coming through. And Rock Smash, ooh, okay. He barely deals any damage. Our defense gets lowered though. So that's something to look out for. Electrode, yeah. Okay, I'm practically smelling that thunder. Which means we say screw you and switch in Happy Hippo. No, not like this. Still thinking I'm like the second Pokemon, even though I'm the third. We want to use Burn on Will-O-Wisp on Electrode, and we want to switch in Happy Hippo. Keep in mind that Electrode can also boom potentially. Sandstream completely should cripple you now. Yeah, Thunder, but it's actually on you on Jin. That's a little bit more nasty, of course. Okay, Venoshock shouldn't deal much damage. Also, I think, yeah, Electrode is the signature Pokemon. We should be in a pretty good spot here right now. Which is pretty much to say we got this. And Whirlipede dies from ship damage here. Extreme conditions, yeah indeed, we have a Sandstorm. We can just heal Jin just in case. Fresh water is enough. Happy Hippo can use Stick, it will take one turn, but still okay. What would be funny is, nah, you're not faster, but would be fun. Rain Dance again, okay? It's actually to my benefit at this stage. But yeah, what would be funny is if when Electrode uses Explosion right now, because Jin is immune against that, and my other Pokemon is currently below the surface. And I think we got this, yeah. And Dick does the rest. Maybe we get some aftermath damage. That's something Electrode can have. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you can do, Electrode. And that's Malcolm, Bryson, whatever. Easy. Cool, we're doing pretty good lately with the gym fights. That's pretty good. Because those guys are usually among the stronger trainers. Bam, there we go. Got ourselves a nice new badge. We also get the TM, which is Frost Breath. Probably none of my Pokemon can learn that right now. I mean, Frost Breath is an interesting move because of the guaranteed critical hit. But I think overall, nah. Like, it's definitely not the best Ice-type move you can have. Oh, look at who it is. Hey, you are strong, I'm stronger. Cheer up. Who are you? I want to battle you, okay? Let's do it. Oh no, we have some intruders here. We're the Shadow Triad. We're basically ninjas and come to Dragon Spiral Tower. Okay, we go to Dragon Spiral Tower then. Okay. I'm Bianca, I stay here, okay? That's a good choice, Bianca. You cannot be of any help anyways. Yeah, but I think instead of going to Dragon Spiral Tower, I would like to do Route 8 right now. We still have some time, and like there are not that many trainers on Route 8, so we should be able to do this in this episode. Which would be nice, because I don't like to split stuff up between like 2 episodes. Like having Route 8 right now, except like, I don't know, 3 trainers, and then continue the next time. That's something I don't want to do. But I think given what I saw there, I should be able to do that now. Team Jin can take a break again. Jin has enough levels for now. Let's use Repel again, because there could be wild Pokemon here. Or rather, there are wild Pokemon here, to be more precise. Also, Dowsing Machine, even though I'm pretty certain I got every item here already. Mother Nature changes with seasons. Wow, I can't believe it. You're crazy, dude. You're crazy. Lawrence. Time Pole and Nose Pass. Okay. We have a true styler here. Because if Nose Pass is not stylish, I don't know what is. Because of that, I'm completely boxing it on the nose now, with Brick Break. And Time Pole, even though it's a cute little Pokemon, I will just slice it up with Dragon Claw. Now, of course, Nosepass has Sturdy. And what are you doing when using Thunder Wave? Okay, that's another way to trigger my guts, I guess. Unfeasant is something I don't like. We want to switch. And we want to switch to Fortress, probably. Dragon Claw on Unfeasant. Go, Fortress. Clong. Apparently Fortress isn't like too heavy, because I cannot see like the special effect that happens when you switch in a heavy Pokemon. Okay, Rock Slide. Trying to be sneaky, eh? I think Thunderbolt on Unfeasant should be enough. Dragonclaw on Nosepass should deal with Nosepass. Nosepass is such a weird Pokemon, especially given the context of the third gym where it was just introduced as like a base Pokemon. Also, you just lost your flying type. Clever you. Okay, I was gonna say you still deal a lot of damage, but it was because of critical hit. Let's try that again. Thunderbolt on Unfeasant and Dragonclaw on Dunsparce. Like, really true styler here, and Dunsparce also. Dunsparce is also such a Pokemon, right? I'll stop using Roost, you're just wasting my time. Like, guys just, ooh, you want to beat this route in this episode? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. I'm getting pursued by Dunsparce. That's something I thought would never happen. Okay, let's switch it up. Dragonclaw on Unfeasant and Thunderbolt on Dunsparce. I'm, by the way, very happy. You also use Roost. Okay. Okay, but yeah, I'm, by the way, very happy with what they did with the Dunsparce in Gen 9. Like, that's such a good like evolution for Dunsparce. Like, it's stupid, and that's what I love about it. Like, Pokemon, like, one thing that Pokemon really knows well to do is, like, stupid stuff. Like, it does stupid stuff, but in the best way. Okay, am I actually required to have Surf here, or can I just move around? Cool. There's actually an item here I haven't picked up. It's a Dragon Scale, okay? Could be important later. Come on, give me Seadra. Okay, I think 4 more trainers. Let's start with you. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish. Kaboom, kaboom, splish. You know that game from Wind Waker, right? Oh, Hornbuck is still paralyzed, yeah. And someone is unnerved, I think it's Meowth. Keep calm, Meowth. No need to worry. Krabby is a Pokemon that appears frequently. Like, Randomizer really likes Krabby. Okay, Brick Break at least goes through, very nice. And you got Baby Electrode, Voltorb. Please don't boom, would be nice. Maybe one Dragon Claw is already enough. Yep, sure is, because Voltorb does not have any defense. I definitely want to cure that on my Hornbuck. Also saying Hornbuck all the time. Hornbuck sure is the name I gave it. Like Hornbuck. Like I'm really... Like, speaking of Game Freak and stupidity, I think I'm also on par with them, kind of. Maybe not in the good way, though. Okay, Relicanth and... what is it called? Cinccino. Cinccino definitely is the kind of Pokemon I want to hug. Okay, Brick Break, Cinccino, because I think that might be stronger. Let's use Dig on Relicanth. Someone used Sing, I think it was Cinccino, would make sense, because Relicanth does not seem like as if it has a good singing voice. Level up Hornbuck, level 40. It was a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, it's neutral actually, and step. Yeah, I see that. I see that actually. We should probably still be faster. And of course, Dick comes through first. Relicanth survives that one, but not the following Brick Break. And with that, I basically chopped a fish in half. There's also something you can do from time to time. I wouldn't recommend trying that at home, but I should do that right now. Nice, we even found another item. It is X Speed. When do I find Sacred Ash to bring back one of my cool Pokemon I lost? One of my fallen comrades. Okay, Repel is out. Let's activate Repel again. I'm also too lazy to heal. Actually, there are 3 more. Actually, not 3 more. You give me Facade. Facade is a... Ooh, well, if you know... what was Facade level? TM 20 something, right? 29? 42, never mind. I was right with the 2, but not in the right spot or anything. You know, Hornbug, you might want to have Facade. I will need to give up Endure Stone Edge. Do I forget Aerial Ace? I think I do forget Aerial Ace. Although let's forget Stone Edge. It's something I can reteach again, and it's also very risky, especially given Hornbug. Actually, can move around there. Okay, you. I'm a fisherman. Okay. Couldn't have guessed by the outfit. Artisan Bob. Okay, Bob Ross is here. And also guy got strong Pokemon. I need to look out. Let's switch to Hydra can do some stuff here. And you stick on Electabuzz. Light Screen, that's stuff I want to do, actually. Yes, I need to go physical now, but I don't have physical attacks with Hydra. I could use Work Up though. Also, Slowking is the one with the high special defense already. Still, let's use Strength Pulse and let's hope it deals some good damage. Yeah, that's still nice. Okay, Swift, okay. Sure, waste my time with that. Electabuzz is out. But it triggers static. And Water Pulse. Now that could be dangerous actually. Yeah, because we also have Raining Weather. We need to switch out Megalodonna, definitely. But first of all, we use Dragon Pulse on Slowking again. If we get a good roll, that might be enough to defeat it. Let's bring in Jin. Like the cry of Dusknoir is still pretty cool. Come on, not good roll, but we get a Razor Leaf instead. Disable, okay. Trying to be sneaky, eh? Is Flamethrowing... let's use it on Wormadam. Maybe Jin is still faster than Slowking. I think Jin has a speed positive nature, so that should still be, yeah, be enough to outspeed it. Nice. Slowking down, and only Wormadam is standing, I think. Unless you have a 4th Pokemon. Do we have a 4th Pokemon? I think not, otherwise we would have already seen that, I think. Yep, okay. Flamethrower again on Wormadam, and let's mix it up with the Shadow Punch, and goodbye Wormadam. Rip. I lost, it's the end, what? Guys, a little bit over dramatic. Also, that tech shower there, is that supposed to look like that? I do not recall it. Like how that was supposed to look like, but like I would assume it looks not like it is supposed to look to look like. Looks a little bit off, if you ask me. Okay, last trainer, you don't want to fight even? You won't, but I need to talk to you actually. You just broke the golden rule of Pokemon trainers. Like if one stares at you, you need to fight. Like, there's no turning back. I think that's actually what they say, right? There's no turning back. Also, Sneasel, be careful, because otherwise we lose Megalodonna. Which means I'm gonna switch ASAP. No, not Happy Hippo. I don't think we want to use Happy Hippo right now. Let's use Jin again. And watch now, prediction skills suddenly Dark-type move on Jin. A Fury Swipe, so there we go, completely predicted. Cosmic Power. For a second I did read Cosmic Shear and I was wondering what is that move now. Cosmic Shear. The Pokemon uses celestial bodies to tear its opponent in half or so. I think that's actually something that could be an attack. Sure, Shadow Punch. Also, Aerial Ace was a dumb idea. I'm not sure why I was using that. I was just thinking about the Psychic type here. Psychic Wave doesn't even deal super effective damage. Because it's like random. Let's follow up with the Brick Break and another Shadow Punch. Because that should ensure Solrock's defeat. Goodbye, Solrock. Nice knowing you. Ack, come on, Ack. Okay, cool. And look at the texture here. I know that it is supposed to look like grittier. I'm fairly certain it does look, tries to look like that. But I'm fairly certain that's not how it looks like on an actual DS. What? You're not playing on an actual DS? Psh, don't tell Nintendo. Don't tell Nintendo. Like, I can already feel the ninjas breathing in my back, so... Nah. Yeah, let's fly back to Icirrus. And then I guess next time we do Dragon Spiral Tower, which should be a pretty big dungeon actually. And who knows, maybe until next time I already make it winter. I doubt it though, because I want to record the next episode immediately after this. So I don't want to tinker around with the dates and stuff. But if everything goes according to plan, we will spend the entire episode next time in Dragon Spiral Tower. And that would mean we're still here when we start the next episode, so for the next episode I would be able to make it winter. But we will see about that. Like, that's what I always say at the end, right? And then, like usual, like pre-recorded stuff comes with nice, thank you for watching and blah blah blah. You know that stuff, right? You know that. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next episode of the Pokemon White version Randomizer Nuzlocke challenge. Until then, take care and goodbye.